And Leah said, "Here cometh a troop," and she called his name Gad. He shall overcome at the last. Overcome, Gad.
Yeah, definitely true, guys. We are going to actually heat up very efficiently to the low 90s, but a heat advisory goes into effect tomorrow. So today is just shy of the threshold needed for an advisory to get issued, but tomorrow it's going to be even hotter. So as of 11 a.m., all these counties in that burnt orange all the way up to New York City, in fact, are back in the advisory. So it's basically on 95 in the flanking counties here, but your heat index is as high as 102 degrees where you've got the heat advisory, and you can't really go by the thermometer on days like that because the humidity has such an impact. Very wide zoom on Storm Scan 3 to show you a couple of different things here. We've got a frontal boundary draped back over the Midwest Central Plains. This is very sluggishly going to work its way east. It'll make its arrival here later on this week, and we just heat up in the meantime. Meanwhile, we do have what is technically potential tropical cyclone 7. It will eventually, we think, become the next named system. But I also want to show you Florence. This is a tropical storm now well out over the open waters of the Atlantic. And even though it's hundreds of miles away, we should keep a close watch on what goes on with this. There's never a guarantee this far out, but if this decides it's going to recurve a little late, we may have some either indirect impact, maybe direct impact here on our shoreline. Right now, there is absolutely no guarantee of that. It's one to watch. That's all we're saying. So stick with us on that tail end of the week. We'll have a much better idea of what ends up happening with Florence, but let's take a look at where we stand with the hurricane names. With that tropical cyclone potentially forming down near the Gulf waters, Gordon would be the next name on the list since Florence has now formed. So we'll let you know when that does happen. It looks like it'll happen sometime later on today. Low mid-90s for the next 4 days straight, guys. Tomorrow and Wednesday look as though they will be record breakers. Both days breaking the record by a single degree. But don't go by those numbers. You have to factor in the humidity. Guys, it's going to feel as hot as the low to mid 100s.
And Leah said, "Here cometh a troop," and she called his name Gad. He shall overcome at the last. Overcome, Gad, overcome.